Deep beneath the waves, in the crevices of coral reefs and the shadows of rocky seafloors, lives a creature so strange, that for centuries, people struggled to believe it belonged to this planet at all. 8 arms. 3 hearts. Blue blood. A body that can squeeze through a hole the size of a coin. The octopus has inspired sailors' legends, science fiction monsters, and more misunderstandings than almost any other animal in the ocean. Today, we're separating the myths from the reality, and what we find is stranger than the fiction. Let's start with the biggest one. Myth number 1, octopuses are literally alien life forms that arrived on Earth from space. This idea exploded a few years ago after a scientific paper suggested octopus genes were so unusual, they might have origins beyond our planet, even hinting at frozen eggs arriving on a comet. It's a fun story. But it's not taken seriously by the vast majority of biologists. The truth is simpler, and honestly, just as fascinating. Octopuses evolved right here on Earth, through hundreds of millions of years of ordinary evolution. It's just that their evolutionary path split from ours so early, and diverged so dramatically, that their biology ended up looking almost nothing like our own. They don't need to be aliens to seem alien. Myth number 2, all octopuses are venomous and dangerous to humans. In reality, almost every octopus species is harmless to people if left alone. Their bite, when it happens at all, is rarely more than a minor nuisance. There's exactly one major exception, the blue-ringed octopus, a creature small enough to fit in your palm, whose venom actually can be lethal to humans. But it's the exception, not the rule. The vast majority of the roughly 300 known octopus species pose no real threat to us at all. Myth number 3, if an octopus loses an arm, it can regrow an entirely new body from that single limb, the way some ocean legends describe. This one isn't true. What octopuses can do is remarkable on its own. They can regenerate a lost arm, fully, including nerves, suckers, and muscle. But that severed arm on its own cannot grow a brand new octopus. The regeneration only works one direction, body to arm, not arm to body. Myth number 4, octopuses are ancient creatures that can live for many decades, growing larger and wiser with age like a tortoise of the sea. The truth is almost the opposite. Most octopus species live shockingly short lives. Many species survive only 1 to 2 years total. Some of the giant Pacific octopus, one of the longest-lived species, might reach 3 to 5 years at most. They grow fast, live intensely, reproduce once, and then their lives end. It's one of the most poignant facts in the entire animal kingdom, all that intelligence, all that complexity, compressed into such a brief existence. Myth number 5, octopuses squirt ink purely as a smokescreen, just to hide while they swim away. Hiding is only part of the story. That cloud of ink isn't simply blocking a predator's view, it also contains compounds that can dull a predator's sense of smell and taste, and in some cases, even irritate their eyes. For a shark hunting primarily by scent, a cloud of ink isn't just a curtain, it's closer to a temporary knockout to their senses, buying the octopus precious extra seconds to escape. Myth number 6, and this might be the strangest one, octopuses think with a single brain, just like most animals. In fact, an octopus has 9 brains, not one, a central brain, and a smaller brain-like cluster of neurons in each of its 8 arms. And it's not just a filing system either, each arm can process information and react semi-independently, meaning an octopus's arms can problem-solve their own way to a task while the rest of the animal is doing something entirely different. Roughly 2/3 of its neurons live outside its central brain. In a very real sense, an octopus's arms think for themselves. Myth number 7, octopuses are colorblind and effectively see the world only in shades of gray. On paper, that's technically true of their eyes. Octopus eyes genuinely lack the receptors needed to distinguish color the way ours do. But here's the twist. Their skin contains light-sensitive proteins, the same kind found in eyes, scattered across their entire body. Some researchers believe this may let an octopus sense color and light through its skin itself, even while its eyes cannot. It's an animal that may see, in some limited sense, with its entire body. So what does that leave us with, once the misconceptions are stripped away? Not an alien. Not a monster. Something arguably more interesting, an animal that evolved, on our own planet, into one of the strangest and most intelligent creatures we know. 9 brains, working somewhat independently. A body that regenerates but doesn't resurrect. A short, intense life spent solving problems no one taught it to solve. The octopus doesn't need to come from another world to seem otherworldly, it just needed a few 100 million years of evolution, and an ocean deep enough to hide in.